housewife has been arrested, and you know, can we even be surprised anymore? I don't think we should, but I am. Y'all, Wendy, Miss 4 Degrees Wendy, and her husband Eddy were arrested in Potomac, Maryland earlier. Well, I think it was actually last night. They've been charged, y'all, with 16 charges of fraud. 16. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven. 16. Okay. And I'm going to break it down for you a little bit. Now, look, I'm not as good as Elle Woods on her worst day in legal terms. So you got to bear with me here. But it seems that Eddy and Wendy, now, if y'all remember, a couple of months ago, or maybe it was some point last year, they reported that they had a breaking and entering at their house, right? Well, whenever you have somebody break into your house, you get to report your insurance claims, your losses, and you get some of that stuff paid back, correct? Well, that's how Wendy and Eddy caught 16 charges, 7 of which are felonies, for making false and misleading info in an effort to get more money back from their insurance companies, okay? And this is the thing, y'all. I don't really know how they're going to get out of this, because not only do they have evidence of things like them saying they reported something missing and then they were posing in pictures with these items later, but also, y'all, they have emails somehow of Eddy emailing Wendy and asking things like, can we put like a Chanel bag or Chanel shoes on the list of claimed items, of lost items, in order to get more money back. So not only, do they have the evidence against them that maybe they didn't lose things they claim to have lost, they have evidence suggesting and proving that they were manipulating the situation for their benefit. Not good. On top of that, they're also saying that, let's see, also, so they were arrested last night, which that's something else I wanted to bring up. Why do they have to arrest people so late at night? Like, their kids were probably in bed, and like, I know people are like, well, that's something that you sign up for, or a something that you have to deal with whenever you take on illegal behavior, is that it's going to impact your kids. Yes, but why do we got to arrest people at 10 late at night? And like, their kids are in bed, they're probably in bed. It's just an even more jarring and scarring situation to something that's already going to likely be traumatic and prevalent in their lives and their kids' lives. Like, why do we got to do that? So they arrested them, and again, y'all, I don't know. We live in a country where it's innocent until proven guilty, okay? And based off Miss Eddy and Miss Wendy's and Mr. Eddy's smiles in their mugshots, I want to believe that they are innocent until proven guilty, because they are looking like they believe that they're innocent. But when you read, it ain't looking good, so she's facing 1 misdemeanor count for making a false statement to an officer, all in addition to that. And basically, like I told you, they reported the burglary in April. They were on vacation in Jamaica, and they told the cops they had designer bags taken, there was jewelry taken, and they said that there were a lot of things stolen. But also, too, I told y'all that some of the things they mentioned were stolen that were later pictured in like Instagram posts, like a ring. There's something else that's going against Eddy and Wendy, is that these items that they claim to have lost or claimed that were stolen, I believe one was like a belt, they went and returned the item. So they're, I guess, double dipping. Like, so I can say, oh my gosh, I was robbed, my $500 belt was stolen. I tell my insurance company that, they give me $500. Meanwhile, I actually still have the belt physically in my possession, and I go and return it to the store where I bought it from for $500. So now I have $500 back from the store, and I have $500 from my insurance company. So they have that on Wendy and Eddy. They have the emails on Wendy and Eddy where they were, strategizing and plotting ways to make more money off the situation, of which items to add to their loss claims. And they have the emails. I mean, and the pictures. So there's pictures, there's emails. There are, return proof like receipts. I want with every fiber of my being for this to not be right. I want them to be able to get out of this. But this does not look good, y'all. I mean, it's giving jail. It's giving clankety clank. Like for real. And I think something else that's like upsetting, and again, we're just now getting in all this. We don't know what's up, but one of the things that immediately for me just sticks out as like sad is like Wendy came on this show as, one of the like fewer women across the whole franchise, all the installments that really had their shit together and didn't need this show to provide any, validation to them or their families, or yes, it was a source of revenue, but like without it, like they had their shit together. And it's so sad for me that seemingly we have seen Wendy go from this, professor with 4 degrees and her lawyer husband, and now like she's walked away from this career that she worked so hard to have, and now they're plotting and scheming out here and doing all these, things that reality stars are accused of doing for financial gain, when it's like y'all were the ones that you didn't have to be like that. Like y'all, it's so sad to me that there seems to have maybe been some sort of pressure or, something that they have fallen into over the years and just like lost the plot. It makes me feel sad for them. It really does. And like, I know that, their decisions are their decisions. And if they've done what they've accused of been doing, then that's wrong. I get that. I just think that we oftentimes as viewers forget that there are people on the other side of this reality TV world who, while providing content, they are human. And we as humans, we get caught up and we lose track of what's real and what's important. And I just think in this world of reality TV, and specifically, this genre of entertainment that they are working in, I think it's easy to do that. And the sad part is that while you're falling into that trap, everyone is there with you and feeding into it. And yep. And the moment you're in that trap, you have no support. For example, like it just came out, like it's been less than 24 hours since Wendy and Eddy were arrested, and Bravo has already dropped Wendy's episode of Wife Swap. Mind you, her episode was supposed to be the premiere. So a premiere episode, not of a season, a series franchise episode premiere, a franchise premiere, series premiere. They are scrapping because of this. And I'm saying that to say is, this industry and this world will build you up and have your back all the way to the top and be the first ones to back out when the fall starts. And like, to me, and I get that, look, I get Bravo. They have a reputation and an image and a brand to uphold, and they already have a lot of, not so necessarily easily manageable things to deal with in regards to the things these women have brought to their plate over the years. But what a very, very quick, hasty decision, I feel like. I mean, the premiere is still a few days away. I think that might be, I'm always thinking that Bravo tries to send messages. I think that's a very clear message. I think that that's very indicative of possibly Wendy's entire future with the network. I'm wondering if now we will even see Wendy at BravoCon next month. But yeah, they pulled her episode. And I mean, if you would have just told us a few years ago that Karen would have been in jail and already served her sentence, baby, and Wendy would have been going out as she came in, I'd have said, who the hell are you talking about? Not our Potomac girls. You got the wrong crew. Nope. When we make plans, God laughs. So, and he must be ha-ha-haing today, because all my plans did not consist of this, okay? And I'll just have to say, Giselle Bryant is about 2 steps from Jesus, because we are now in a decade of knowing this group of women, and watching them on our televisions. And every single one of these OGs or long running women have been put through the ringer, be it legal, be it marriage, be it financial. Not Giselle, baby. Giselle said, I'm going to keep this seat right up here, first seat next to Andy. I'm going to tell you what the word on the street is, and I'm going to watch y'all fight for y'all's lives while I talk about it. So I'm just saying, Giselle is very clearly blessed and highly favored, in my opinion. You know? So good for you, boo. Keep doing it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, let me go see what y'all have to say. Again, very, very surprised, shocked by all this. I'm sad. Like, I know it sucks. Yes, right is right, wrong is wrong. You have, you know, I get it. Just unfortunate all the way around. I really feel that way, you know. And like, I'm sorry, but these days when stuff like this happens, like I'm exhausted as a Bravo person. Like I have like my phone, I woke up to like 90 text messages. I had an appointment. I was like texting my Herd at crew. I was texting my friends while I was trying to drive. I was like, I'm late. I'm not even home yet. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that there's been another arrest. The streets are saying it's Wendy. That doesn't make sense. So anyway, it's been a lot. And I just feel like a lot of people, a lot of viewers are like, what in the world is going on? Also, is it just me or is it a little coinky dink that all this comes out right before Wife Swap premiere week? There was a tweet that said Karen Huger got less time because she ratted on Wendy did. And I'm just saying. No, I'm being silly. You have to laugh to keep from crying, right? You got to laugh. So, oh my Lord. Let's see. Someone said Teresa Giudice went to prison. Karen could have killed people with her DUI. Why does Bravo pick and choose who they support? Somebody there gets paid the big bucks to deal with that, and we will never know who they are. And to be honest, I'm not necessarily sure that I want that job. I don't, you know. But I will continue to keep y'all updated. I'll be back here Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Herd at YouTube next week, 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you hit subscribe while we're here. So, you know, in case there's another felony arrest or anything over the weekend, I can just jump on here and tell you about it and you'll get notified. Okay. But yeah, what a way to kick off the weekend, everybody. I hope y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all next week. Do something fun this weekend. Tell your friends you love them. Go